Welcome back to the show. This is Sports Zone. We're live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Up until 10:30. The show is proudly sponsored by Syntex Tank, Johnny Walker, Kivo Gary, 4-in-1 mix. Also, remember, this show, it's always available on YouTube as a podcast, okay? So you can watch back on the Joy Prime channel. Also, if you miss it on Monday, always tell someone it repeats on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. All right, this evening I'm joined by two of my favorite people, Daniel Cranting alongside the returning Victor Achu Tamakulu. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Daniel is not looking too easy. Ladies and gentlemen, you see the way he's chucking mobile phone for day. He's watching Portugal getting embarrassed by Slovenia. Achu, give me the scoreline. What's happening?
It's 0-0, but the way Slovenia are playing, they are beginning to cause more problems than initially thought to Portugal.
Wow.
Yeah, we could have had a penalty.
Danike is very uneasy. What's happening? Talk to me.
You've said what is happening. Asking.
He's in a very foul mood.
Guys. Listen, we've got a lot to cover tonight, guys. So we're going to begin with one of them, Maxwell Konadu, okay? Just moments after he won the FA Cup, the MTN FA Cup, he's left in Suatreman and he's going to South Africa. Actually, talk to me about that. I mean, it must be the money because there's potential that he could have stayed and taken this team to Africa. Instead, he's decided to join a South African team and he's off.
He could have stayed, but I think he looks at a more settled environment. Yes, it's a big risk because convention would say that if you are taking a coach from a totally different orientation into that space, he would need a period to get used to the football culture there before you can expect him to get some significant results. But we know that at that level, there really is not going to be any time. So it is a risk, but he also looks at that and and perhaps thinks that back home in Ghana, what else is there for him to achieve? I mean, he excelled with Wow Stars back in 2009, got the Kotoko job, won the league title. Essentially, a year or so later, moved on to the Black Stars assistant coach job. He's done the Black Stars B. He's done the these days the Black Galaxies. He's done the Black Meteors team. He's taken our Chan team to a number of competitions and all of that. And so when he eventually moves on to a tier below, in a more settled environment, and is able to win the FA Cup, you look back at that and say that perhaps some of the failings that he had in the past were not exactly down to him. And I'm talking about his time at Legon Cities and I think with time we've all come to see some of the cultural defects in the management structure at Legon Cities. And so Atraman have a more settled environment. So having excelled in all of these situations, he perhaps wants something that will, or is the start of his legacy. And I think that at this point, Konadu perhaps is thinking of a retirement plan. This is not going to be his last job, but every job he takes now is a strategic one. He's taking it with the view to strengthening his legacy, mindful of what people will think of him when he walks away from the stage. And that's why I think that this is a very calculated move that he's taking.
What is there at Black Leopards to achieve? I mean, they don't play in the PSL. They play in the division below, which is basically what we call Division 1.
Yeah.
One division below PSL. I mean, surely, speaking about legacy, if he could get them promoted, that would be a big deal, no?
Yeah, and they've been in and out of the PSL over the past, 5-10 years. So they are a team that is sort of used to playing in the PSL, and obviously their ambitions will be to qualify back into the first division. Look, I think this step for him is long overdue. When you have the CV you have on paper, especially with the national teams, I wonder what he was still doing in the Ghana Premier League, because we know this league is not necessarily up there when it comes to the best in Africa. And if you've been able to coach national teams, win trophies with national teams, with the Wafu, Zumbi, what he did with the Chan team, you've taken the Chan team also to the finals of
2014.
2014 finals. that CV is good enough for you to get out of Ghana, even if you want to remain on the continent and get some top jobs. And for me, I'll say that Black Leopards is way better than coaching in the Ghana Premier League. At least it's competitive and it has some integrity.
And one last thing, it's very familiar territory for Ghanaian coaches, isn't it? South Africa.
Yeah, but I think that this is also seminal for Ghanaian coaches because, look...
Why are you celebrating?
Penalty.
For
Portugal.
Portugal.
Who gave away the penalty?
I don't know. All I saw was Osatu.
It's very significant.
So
hold on. So Portugal have a penalty.
Yeah. Foul on Diogo Jota.
What's the minute now?
It's 102.
Third, yeah.
102.
Third. 103.
103.
Yeah.
Out of 120. Oh, more win for Slovenia. Is it not Oblak in goal?
Yeah.
Young Oblak is a Slovenian goalkeeper. The Atletico man. He saves that any day.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's show you something very exciting then. So anyway, so all the best to Maxwell Konadu. I know that the money is good. It's part of the reason he's going there. Like, really good money. They pay in dollars and everything. Yeah. You know, Mr. Richard Century has money, but...
There are levels to this thing.
Yes. But
a second division club in South Africa.
Yes.
Has the lure.
Yes.
And the financial capacity
to
pull...
The former Black Stars.
The former Black Stars.
Yes.
Yeah. That is power.
No, you've not
and
made the comparison well. A coach that could potentially be coaching in CAF second tier, the club competition, he's looked at that opportunity and he's thought,
what am I waiting for?
Final points on this, though. We often say that our Ghanaian coaches need to prove themselves before we consider them for the Black Stars job. Maybe Konadu might be an outlier in the sense that, I mean, what else does he need to prove? But we need to see our coaches test themselves. Over time, a lot of us have come to the conclusion that doing it in the Ghana Premier League is not enough basis, does not build you up or offer you the level of experience required to coach the Black Stars. These are the sort of levels, not the South African second division, but taking jobs abroad.
Just going abroad in
competitive leagues is an experience that will help you grow. And I'm hoping to see more Ghanaian coaches take that route.
Fair enough. Now, on Saturday night, the stars and the gathered under the lights at the Accra International Conference Center for the 6th edition of the Ghana Football Awards.
Ronaldo has missed the penalty.
He has missed?
Yes.
Yes. I told you. Who was in goal?
Jan Oblak.
Thank you very much. He has missed. Ronaldo has missed.
Daniel wants to disappear. Daniel wants to disappear from the studio.
He wants to disappear. But you
now,
see,
can you describe the penalty for the benefits of those who are watching?
What happened?
Didn't get to see.
Kicked it to the goalkeeper's left-hand side. Good save by Oblak.
Yes, great save by Oblak. I mean, I don't want to say, but I think that by the end of the last season, we established that I'm the true prophet. So when I said that Oblak is in goal and that we weren't going to give up, I knew what I was saying.
You're in business.
And once again, there's a reason in that poster I'm in the middle.
Yes.
I'm the seer. I see.
The general overseer.
I see things you don't see.
Associate pastor.
I saw it coming. Charlie, those of you who are watching me, Mumma fans, give me fans.
General overseer for a reason.
Mumma fans. I saw it coming. Yes. I told him. He still had doubt in his heart. And I said, my brother, look into the mirror. What do you see? A penalty miss. That's right. Young Oblak, we a boy. Listen. All right, let's take you to the conference. And at Joy Prime, we were partners for this award, the 6th edition of the Ghana Football Awards. There was a lot of pomp and pageantry. There was a lot of music, dance. In the end, Mohamed Kudus was crowned Football of the Year. But also, the biggest winner, Azamati, CEO of the Year, social media. No, they didn't get social media. Dreams got that. They got Club of the Year. They got Home Base Player of the Year. They got 4 awards, I think, or 5, something like that. They were the biggest winners on the night. So congratulations to them. But let me not be the one to tell you. We put together a very nice report for you, capturing everything that happened on that night. Take a look. All right, so that's basically the lowdown. The only thing that wasn't captured was that Zamini and Tiny came to perform and showed off some great dance. So anyway, That's not what we're here. Listen. Another great night. Congratulations to all the organizers of the Ghana Football Awards. We'll be back again next year with the 7th edition. Yours truly was there. But now you put a picture of me at the awards. You hate me. He hates my producer, hates me.
What kind of blackmail is this?
Can you imagine? The report doesn't capture who did the red carpet, who did the best interviews.
You're not important like that. It is the
I'm
night
not
for
that
the
important.
stars. This is the night for the stars.
Even the other presenters on the main stage crowd, they should show me more.
More.
That's what I'm saying. But that is not correct. Listen, guys, well, briefly on the awards. Great night, great deserving winners all around. I mean, Daniel, you were there. That was, and Kudu's speech, man.
Look, it was a very good speech.
Yeah.
Nicely done from him. And even the fact that Isahaku and the likes all went on stage with him, it just shows you the unity. And you see, he doesn't need to say it for us to know. We see it from their relationship, even off the pitch, away from when they are their individual clubs. The way they find time, the likes of Kudus, Kamaldini, Shahaku, the guys who play in England, the way they find time to meet when they play against each other, we see it. Kudus even confirmed that he had spoken to Thomas Partey before the final game of the season, and he had joked that he would do his part, and he scored that brilliant goal at the end of the day. So the interesting thing is that, you see, that's what it's... The relationship off the pitch will obviously have a direct impact on what we see on the pitch. So I'm happy to see that these guys are close to each other. The unity is strong, and deservedly, I think Kudus won. Look, the season he had last season, when you walk into the Premier League, the best league in the world, and you produce the sort of performances he did, not just in the Premier League, but remember the Europa League, he scored 5 goals for West Ham in the Europa League. I think it was a deserved win. But congrats to all the guys who were also nominated in that category.
Yeah. For me, the story of the night, and Achi will love what I'm about to say, was Mokarama Abdullahi. To see what she's gone through for 2 years, she stayed at home, to come back to Takrady and be back on the big stage winning awards. That's impressive stuff. And all around, really good comeback year for Azakis in general.
I mean, it's been... At a point, you wondered if they will be able to compete, not because the club was poorly managed, not because they've lost the desire, but you look at the resources behind the teams that they are competing with, Police Ladies, Army Ladies, and Pimdakon especially. Yeah. Those are resources that are not going away in a day, but they have found a way. And I think that their success and return only goes to show you the benefits of institutionalizing what they were doing over the years. But special congratulations to Felix and the team at the Ghana Football Awards, because, you know, often we lose sight of
Fafa and his people.
Fafa, yeah. Often we lose sight of the circumstances around which the product was introduced. This was just after number 12. And the years that have followed have not exactly been kind to any products that is associated to Ghana football. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of loss of integrity, a lot of disinterest in any products Ghana football that is not a Ghanaian player who's playing abroad, but anything domestic, the appreciation of that has suffered gravely. For them to produce this within the same period and gain the respect of people, for me, just goes to show you how much work they have put in, but also the faith that people have shown in the product. And it is one of the things that we need to encourage, and hopefully they can build it to a point where they are able to build on the gains they have made and actively or positively influence football in Ghana.
Amazing stuff. So once again, big congrats to everyone on the night. Everybody was a big winner. Allah.
Swag.
Swag. No.
Oh, Chale.
Swag.
Oh, Chale.
Swag.
Oh, Chale. No. Oh, Chale.
It's for it.
Hey, the viewers. Mama, me more fans. Give me more fans.
Swag
Give me
Nation.
more fans.
Swag Nation. 007. No,
The sunglasses.
How quiet fresh.
No, it's for it.
You see the sunglasses, the neck angle.
Achuma me fans.
Starboy.
I choose my fans.
Original Starboy.
That he gave my fans.
Congratulations, my
Thank you,
brother.
thank you,
You're a
thank you,
freshman.
thank you, thank you. That's
You're a
it.
freshman.
That's it.
Solid guy.
Everyone, Charlie, every once in a while, we have to pretend like we have money. Shame the devil. Shame the devil.
Fake it until you make it.
But that too was there. Where are his pictures? I'm surprised.
Me, did I take picture? I was running away.
I've got a message here that says, hi, good evening. I'm enjoying your show. My boss, boss, my husband can't stop watching you, even when he's on a sick bed. I really wish him a speedy recovery. And Mrs. Owusu, fortunate inside Ahafoguaso. Mrs. Fortunate, you and your husband will be fortunate in good health.
Amen.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Amen.
May your husband be healed.
Amen.
He's healed. Right. Thank you.
Our prophet near.
Challenge.
General Overseer.
Challenge. Since you call me prophet, Super in Adenta says, good evening, Prophet Fent.
Thank you.
From what I'm seeing, CR7, CR7 do this evening. Horrible free kicks, penalty misses and all. My advice for CR7 is to retire as soon as possible. Otherwise, all his achievements over the years will be forgotten. It's as if he has forgotten how to play football. What? And then he says, congratulations to Kudus. Thank you very much, Super. That's a very interesting message. The WhatsApp number is on your screen. I've got more messages here. But I want to start showing you some highlights, beginning with this particular game at the Euros, okay? Italy versus Switzerland. Italians are the defending champions. They took on Switzerland, their neighbors. Switzerland may be largely unfancied, but anybody that saw them, you know that they knocked out France, the World Cup champions at Euro 2016. So the Swiss have always been capable of the big shot. The Italians knew that and still got served. Take a look. That's that. Switzerland basically handing and kicking Italy out. I mean, that was... to be fair, anyone that saw the group stages, Italy have been very lousy. And not a lot of people would have been surprised to see them get kicked out.
Look, this is not what Italy signed up for. No. When Mancini walked away, Italy had two options. Go the route that Spain went and hire someone in the mold of De La Fuentes and give it time to whip this team into shape, or, despite being broke, spend big money, go and pay a compensation for Spalletti, because that's what they did, and buy him out of his contract at Napoli, and then give him this team in the hope that he can restore some pride at the earliest. But that is not what has happened. Instead, we have seen some very inconsistent selections. Even the lineup that played against Switzerland, for me, it made absolutely no sense. El Shaarawy had not kicked the ball all competition, and suddenly he gets thrusted into the starting lineup. The man who scored that goal, Zakania, against Croatia, to ensure Italy continued in the competition, who had a fairly decent season, gets dropped for El Shaarawy. And it's not as if El Shaarawy came into this competition on the back of a really impressive form. He hasn't got form. Again, the decision to go with Matteo Damian instead of Bungana, for me, was shocking, because he is very similar to Di Lorenzo, but he decided to make that change again. And so there were a lot of these changes that he made, even with the decision to go with Fagioli. For me, he's an excellent midfielder, but the lack of match sharpness showed against Switzerland, because when he had the ball, you could see what he wanted to do, but it took him too long to warm up into the game, and by the time he did, the Swiss had built too much momentum for him to have any meaningful impact in the game. Look, I don't think there is any point keeping him on, because I thought he tried also to be too smart in his post-match conference. He didn't accept responsibility. Initially, he blamed the weather and the nature of the pitch, and then later he says that, but I know the solutions to the problems. So in one breath, you are not the fault, you are not the problem, but you expect everyone to believe that you have got a solution to this particular team. And the team that he put out was his team. The only player who did not start was the Bologna left centre-back who got suspended, Calafiori, who got suspended and so could not play. Apart from that, he essentially... He was a big miss, admittedly, but he made too many changes to the team in other areas that affected the team. But hey, I think we should not focus too much on Italy because Switzerland have earned their money. The manager, Yakin, got here not with a lot of confidence in him. Remember that poll before the tournament where 63% of the Swiss population wanted him sacked. But what did he do?
Swiss are generally very pessimistic.
Yes, but he made changes to the team. And one of the things that for me won me over was that, and if you listen to what Granit Xhaka said, he said before the tournament they had to sit over some beers and thrash out their issues because he realized that he needed the team, irrespective of the fact that he was the boss. He needed them to play for him. He did that. His man management of the team has been impeccable. I mean, against Scotland, he throws in the card in, what's his name, Granit, Xherdan Shaqiri, because he realized that they needed a bit more technical quality on the pitch. Against Italy, he knew that they needed a different profile of players, and so Bril Mbolo is reinstated into the team. But what has really foundationed this team is some smart coaching, and so he ditched the 4-4-2 to a back three because he realized that two of the back four that he traditionally had lost space. So Ricardo and then the Fabian Schär.
Yeah.
And so he decides to go with the back three so that they can accommodate their own failings, the shortcomings of two of those center defenders in the team. Then he goes with that midfield combination of Frela and then Granit Xhaka at the base to essentially add an extra layer of insurance. And you've got outlets in Bril Mbolo and then Vargas, who can give you goals and be a threat further forward. And whatever happens next, they have shown that, look, they are a team that you have to take seriously. And that's why I think they are favorites against England.
Okay. Let's look at our next match, Denmark against Germany. The hosts had a bit of a setback in the last group game, needing to fight back to draw against this very Swiss team. They struggled. But then it was relatively easier against Denmark, cruising to a 2-0 win to book a place in the quarterfinals. Let's take a look at the highlight. Too bad that goal didn't count. But yeah, a great passage to the quarterfinals, where their reward would be a big game against Spain. The Germans so far have been comfortable. I don't think they've really been tested, have they?
Well, they have against Switzerland. This game they were tested against Denmark. It was and tested because of how well the Danes defended, especially in that first half. But in the second half, it was one of those games that you could just tell that one goal would open it up. Yeah. And once that penalty from Havertz went in fact, Germany had a couple of brilliant opportunities. Havertz should have made it 2-0 even before Musiala scored that goal. But the Danes will look back at this tournament and will kick themselves in the foot. Look, the lack of a prolific striker has really let them down. Eriksen alone, before the game against Germany, had created 13 chances. That's the most by any player in this competition. The closest behind him was Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
But none of his offensive players have scored a goal. They had scored 2 goals in the competition. He scored 1. Homeland scored 1 from a long range. And that's not... When you are creating that number of chances, you expect at least for the team, especially offensive players, to hit the ball in the back of the net. Hoyland was guilty again for missing some gilt-edge opportunities. And it's just quite painful because for a head coach, you fashion out your team to be able to give them the best possible scenarios to go out and win the game. They create the chances, yet they are not able to score. And when you're facing a team like Germany that creates a very large or high volume of chances, you know that by all means, a couple will go in. And rightly so, I think, based on how the game went, the Germans won. But that game between Spain will be a cracker. It
will be. And what you just said is the same theme as this message that Roland Gambero in Ashaman has sent to us. And he says, the strikers at the Euros have been very disappointing. Giancarlo Ramos, Hoyland, Lukaku, Morata, CR7, Benjamin Sesko, Skamaka, and Marcus Thuram have all failed to live up to expectations. That's why the own goals have taken has taken the center stage in this competition. He has a point.
But how much has Ramos played?
He's not
much.
He's not. He's
just
not
came
even,
on as
he's
a
not even played in the game. He does have a point. That's why we're not seeing... what's the top scorer right now? I think it's Musiala with 3 goals, I believe. So, yeah, you do have a very important
The actual centre forwards don't even have a combined tally of 5.
Can you imagine that? That's really poor. Wow. But let's go through the games real quickly. The next game we will look at will be England versus Slovakia. Let's take a look at the highlights first. Well, the English survived. They did. Had to fight back. 30 seconds left on the clock. Jude Bellingham came up with that. And then, of course, Harry Kane scored in extra time.
Oh, sorry.
What's happening in the penalty shootout?
After the first after the first round.
Do you know why?
After the first round.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
After the first round.
I should give you the rundown.
Cristiano is about to take the penalty.
Ronaldo.
He has scored. Yes. So Danny was so scared.
Oh, God.
He didn't want to jinx it.
Sierra has scored.
Yes.
What's the penalty score
So
now?
now Portugal have the advantage.
Ilicic missed his first
Ilicic missed the first penalty, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's too bad. England, actually, briefly, that was less than convincing, but they scraped through.
They did. The good thing for them is, just like Didier Deschamps said at the end of the group stage for France, he said, the knockout phase is a totally different tournament. Unfortunately for England, the performances that we saw were not exactly a departure from what we saw in the group stage. So the lack of...
Hey, Danike, what's going on?
Diogo Costa.
I saved
I saved another one.
penalty.
That's my keeper.
Yes.
Ten Hag, sack Onana and bring this boy.
That's why I didn't predict the penalty shootout.
General overseer.
Because a prophet can see. There are some places when you are not reaching there, don't be swallowed by the praises and then you start lying.
Like this prophet.
Then
When he said Odegaard.
Then you start lying because you feel like you're under pressure. Then that people believe in you, you can't let them down.
Say a prophet.
I'm a prophet that lets people down. I don't mind. I will let you down. But listen, England are through.
Yeah.
Obviously, their next game is going to be even harder. That's what I want to talk about.
Bruno Fernandes has scored.
That should be over then.
No, 2-0, Portugal.
2-0.
Yeah.
They just started the shootout.
Yeah, they just started.
My word. Okay. I don't think we're going to have any discussion here until this shootout is over.
Okay, so
I'm
back to
going
the
take you
England.
to Spain.
Yes.
No. I'm going to take you to Spain versus Georgia and show you the highlights of that as well. Spain has been many people's team of the tournament. In fact, Nico Williams has been many people's player of the tournament. What a game he had. They won, came from behind to beat Georgia by 4-1 to confirm their place in the quarterfinals. Take a look at the highlights. Wow, Spain, what a team. And it's over between Portugal and Slovenia. Portugal have won it on penalties.
Yeah.
And the penalty score is
3-0.
And Diogo Costa, the goalkeeper, saved all three of Slovenia's penalties. Wow. Now, that's the performance to remember. So Portugal are through to the quarterfinals. Who do they face in the quarterfinals?
France.
It's France.
Luckily for them,
Yeah.
at any major tournament, especially these knockout competitions, every team is allowed one bad performance.
Yes.
Looks like they got theirs out of their system today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking about France, they beat Belgium via some very, very lucky goal. That game was played earlier today. Let's show you that match. I guess Colomani has redeemed himself for that World Cup miss. But yeah, he set France through to the quarterfinals where obviously they will face a certain Portugal. It should be a very interesting game of football. The other quarterfinal game, Spain against Germany, that's a big deal. Then there's Switzerland against England, another really big matchup. Guys, I'm going to give you a team each.
I've just seen this very interesting message from Desmond Kojo.
What does he say?
He says, Ronaldo intentionally missed the penalty to show how good Diogo Costa is. Ronaldo is truly the goalkeeper.
I like a Spain. I like a good Spain.
Oh, good.
Listen, first off, why are England struggling?
They have a very bad coach.
Badly coached.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we've talked about their problems, very much documented. Spain, though.
So that's the team to talk about.
Wow.
It's time to give De La Fuentes his flowers. I think a lot of the things he did before the tournament were essentially slipped under the radar. For example, the whole clamor for Sergio Ramos to return as an elder statesman when they lost to Scotland in March, remember? Last year.
Yeah.
But he stood his ground and said, this is my team, and my way or the highway. but also communicated that in a manner that was not very disruptive or divisive, but in a manner that was very reassuring, and essentially carried the entire population along with him, which is a refreshing break from the Luis style of management, right? Not abrasive, not very confrontational, but calm, collective, and very measured in his choice of words. Beyond that, how he handled the so-called Dani Ceballos fracas with Pedri was also beautiful. The two players did not get along, yet he investigated matter, came to the conclusion that Ceballos was very disruptive to the unity in the dressing room. He decides, you are not going to be part of the team again. But crucially, he's got the coaching right, set the team up to play football the right way. He's not essentially discarded the tiki-taka or the principles that underpin Spanish football. You still see it in the way they play, but they are very, very direct in their approach to the game, but also sets the team up in a manner that highlights and offers the platform for their best players to play. So he's let loose the young guys in the team, who are essentially the biggest threats that Spain have got in Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams. What has also helped is that if you look at the midfield combination of players that they've got, they pick themselves out. And when they show up, they've actually delivered. He's not complicated matters with any tactics or confuse himself with introducing too many ideas.
Just put the players where they like to
where
play.
they like to play, but also giving this team balance, right? Because it's very easy to say, I'm going to please all of my best creators and put all of them on the pitch. For example, in the past, one of the temptations for Spain in this tournament will be that they probably would have introduced an extra central midfielder and sacrificed one of their forwards, be it the winger or a centre forward. But that has not happened. Just go with what you know that has served them well. And for me, they've satisfied the expectations. Even if they don't win it, you can tell the trajectory that this team is on. I did not expect them to come this far or to play as well as they've done, but they've shown that they are on the right path under the right manager.
Yeah, he said Italy will win.
I know. Well, he's a fake prophet.
Blame Spalletti.
Danike, speak to me about France and what's happening, because I don't think they've scored a goal from open play yet, have they?
No.
Are they in the quarterfinals?
They are in the quarterfinals. You are from the school of thought that, you don't have to play nice to win. You just have to keep winning. And so far, France are in the quarterfinals. They didn't play well. Some teams scored goals from open play and are home.
They are home.
In fact, own goal has scored more goals for France than
Exactly.
France has scored goals.
But clearly, I'm sure, even from every manager, even from a fan point of view, they would have liked that they'll be here playing better.
Obviously.
They're not playing better, but they're here. Where do they go from here? Because it's against another Portugal team that can be devastating at times.
Look, the interesting thing about France is that in as much as they've not played well offensively, they've never been on the back foot. Like when you watch them, you never really see the opposition.
They've always dominated.
They dominate. They
how
are
to
pretty
create the
confident in play and comfortable in their play. It's just the chances and then the execution of the chances, which has been a problem. But when you look at a team like that and you look at the tallies with the problem, the solutions are also in the team, because Mbappe is, on his day, a very good finisher. Kolumwani and these guys can't score goals. Thuram, I see Thuram getting a lot of stick, and it's even funny for me. I wonder how he's getting a stick for. People don't watch the Serie A, but that's okay. Look, they have guys in there who can score, even all around the team. You look at Rabiot contributes some goals sometimes. Griezmann can score. So I just think it's about them just sharpening the edges. That's basically all they need, because, again, you don't really see a team going out there and dominating them. Watch the game against the Netherlands, where they had the best opportunities of the game, the biggest chances of the game, yet still they just weren't able to score. So it's more of France getting it right in terms of France finishing than France they're being afraid of being caught off guard, because, look, they are a pretty solid team, and I really don't see them having any issues. Obviously, they are favourites against Portugal because they have a much better pedigree when it reaches these stages of the competition. But, you see, Atu doesn't want... Friends,
yes.
1 minute.
Speak to me.
You see, sometimes it's the jersey that you wear.
Yes.
The jersey that you wear also gives you
The extra impetus.
Thank you. Not even impetus. It's about the noise that is made about you.
Yes.
It has a direct relationship with the jersey that you wear. Okay. These tournaments that we are watching, anytime Spain plays and I go and look at headlines, I'm not seeing
Nico Williams.
We are seeing Lamine Yamal because he wears Barcelona jersey. And there's power in Barca.
They have media companies behind them.
No, the fan base is big. So they are not watching Nico. They are watching their boy. And anytime their boy dazzles one, it's a big thing. Not saying Lamine is not having a good tournament. He's actually really having a good tournament. But Nico, for me, if the tournament ends today, he's a player of the tournament. By far.
True story.
By far. He's been top 100% in every game. I was watching the game against Georgia. And friends, after the 70th minute, it just hit me. I was like, where's my phone? Let me check the stats because I don't remember Nico giving the ball away in this game. I go and check. And he actually hadn't been dispossessed. He had 100% passing record. For a winger.
Yeah.
For
Who
a
likes
winger.
to hold onto the
who likes to hold, who likes to dribble. Like, it was the near-perfect performance. A goal assist, perfect. And he did it against Italy. He did it in the game against Croatia. He was brilliant. Look, he's not getting the headlines because it's Athletic Bilbao. And it's okay, like, look, for me,
Barca people don't like them like that already.
It's why he needs to make a move.
Look, he's one move away. I was telling somebody.
He's a top player.
Look, he's one move away from being in a far different conversation.
With Vinicius, yes.
Bellingham was playing in Dortmund.
Yes.
Nobody
to Real Madrid, no. They say
Ballon d'Or.
They say Ballon d'Or.
They say Ballon d'Or.
And he's better than Lampard.
He's better than Zidane.
And he's you people.
No, but Nico is something.
Let me remind you guys about this. Very excited this week once again. Winner Big. We're very excited to announce. Okay, this time around, Joseph T. As last week's lucky winner, big winner, Joseph T. When you won a cool 1,000 Ghana cedis. Joseph, congratulations to you. Go and treat yourself with that money. Keep your eye on Winner Big for more chances to win big this week. Participating is easy. Like I always tell you, just dial *920*66# and follow the prompts to purchase your desired ticket or download the Winner Big app on both iOS and Android Play Store to play and win. You can also visit our website on winnerbig.com to purchase your tickets. Some luck I wish you this week. Remember, a daily ticket of just 5 Ghana cedis qualifies you for the daily draw for you to win 500 Ghana cedis. And you will then be in the run with the same ticket for the weekly draw for 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1 ticket, 2 draws for you every single week. So once you get a ticket, you get 2 chances to win. The daily draw and then the weekly draw. So the more tickets you purchase as well, the higher your chances of winning. So if I have 1 ticket inside and somebody has 5 tickets inside, that person's chances of winning is higher than mine. So buy more tickets, okay, to boost your chances in both the daily and the weekly draw. The more tickets, the better your chances of cashing out big time. Winner Big, cash the flu, sir. Winner Big, 1 ticket, 2 chances. Let's bring in Karim then, shall we? He's been scouring the internet. He's got a bit of an update for us from around the globe. I've got a message here from Flint who says, Flint Chelsea back from Kumasi, Bremen West. England's golden generation is so unlucky to have a lot of great teams such as France golden generation, Spain's golden generation, Portugal golden generation, Italy golden generation, and many more. But I think this England team has the potential to be in the final. Just every time England have a golden generation, everybody else has a golden generation. Then beat their golden generation. Why are other people's golden generations always beating yours? It means yours is not golden after all. Anyway, so Flynn, thank you for that. Karim, how are you, my friend?
Very, very good.
Very good, eh?
Yes.
What have you got for us this evening?
Because I saw something beautiful.
That's right. You're looking very nice.
Ashiwe, oh.
Why was he doing against?
Do you see Karim's caption at halftime?
No.
He said, Portugal holds Slovenia.
The full-time one is even sweet.
Shit.
I'm going to check.
Anyway, what are we doing tonight?
So what we are looking at is the season is over and the Ghanaian players are making the move. So I'm coming to look at who is going where and who is signing for who. So the first player on the list, usually I start with goalkeepers. So today too, I have a goalkeeper here. Joseph Annan, a player who formerly played for All Stars. And he left West Ham and has signed for St. Patrick's in Ireland. Okay. That is a familiar club for him, that because 2 seasons ago, he played there on loan from West Ham and did really well and impressed. So that is why they went back for him. So do you know how he got to England?
Tell me the story.
His mother was going to work and he picked his bag like Tom Vennon's son.
I see.
And followed her there, went on trials to the academy. And, he passed the trials, and now 6.5 years there. Unfortunately, he couldn't manage to make a senior debut after so many years with the junior team, and he's moved on. Now let's go on to the next one, following with a defender. That is Nathaniel Ege. He played on loan at Lorraine, but he couldn't help them survive relegation, unfortunately. But they were still convinced that he's a player they want, and they bought him permanently. The 7.1 million euros that they spent on him, according to the media in Sweden, that is the most expensive player to come out of the Swedish market, the 7.1 million euros.
Did he play for Legon Cities?
Nathaniel Ege.
No, yeah? No?
No.
Oh, that's not him. Okay.
Then the next one, another defender. When I move it on.
Oh, Bernard, move the team.
Bernard, are you sleeping?
Jerome Opoku, he plays for, that is Istanbul Basaksehir in the Turkish Super League. After his 28 games and 4 goals with an assist, he helped them qualify for the Conference League. They will be playing in the qualifiers. So he's joined them permanently after playing on loan from Aroha. That is from the Portuguese league. So he's joined them on a permanent deal.
Oh, nice.
On a 3-year deal. So
okay.
Then another one, Denis Odoi. Possibly his goal won Club Brugge the league, and his contract expired. So they've released him, and he's joined Royal Antwerp on a 2-year deal. So after winning the league, maybe he's thought it twice. He's not played so much with them, and he's moved on to Royal Antwerp, in the same Belgium league. So familiar environment for him. So let's move it on. Bernard, why you delay my...
Oh, Bernard!
Bernard, I know. This is somebody who's laughing.
Ebenezer Annan, Black Stars left back. He played for Novi Pazar. That is also in the Serbian league. And after impressing there, after playing 28 games with 1 assist, he's earned a big move to Red Star Belgrade. Osman Bukari left Red Star Belgrade, and he's joined them, left back. Maybe we'll see more competition there. Now from him, someone joining. Osman Bukari has left Red Star Belgrade after 2 seasons. He's played 78 games. In those 78 games, he scored 25 goals and provided 20 assists and won 4 titles as well. That is in back-to-back seasons. He's won the Swedish Cup and Swedish League. Now, another attacker, midfielder. Now, this is Zubair Ibrahim, former King Faisal player. He's also played as Black Satellites captain at the WAFB tournament, and Jez Timvo, that is in the Serbian second tier. He scored 13 goals there and helped his team gain promotion, but he has seen a move to a bigger side, that is Partizan Belgrade, and he joined them there also in the Serbian top flight. Now, this man, he's played at Fiorentina for 5 seasons. In those 5 seasons, he's played 126 games. In those 126 games, he scored 9 goals. So after those 5 seasons, his contract has expired, and they've moved him on. So this is the path I'm choosing for the off-season until the season starts. We'll be looking at those Ghanaian players who are moving or joining which clubs.
Very nice. Keeping a track on every single movement. So every Monday, come here, whatever player it is, wherever they have gone to under the person. Karim has the list for you. Karim has...
I found
where is the Rwandan contingent? I was going to ask him. Karim, did you intentionally leave them out, or...
That was Edu and Co.
Yes. You know how many of them have gone there? Please, Karim, You don't have them on your graphics, but you know them. Richmond Lamte has gone to Rwanda.
Yes.
Dauda Said Yusuf,
There you go.
Abdul Jalil.
Thank you.
Interesting.
So
it's not only about the football. It's about,
hashtag Rwandan transfers matter.
yes.
Hashtag Rwandan transfers matter. Next week, if you come here, you don't bring the Rwandan transfers.
Because they are not done.
Or vex.
In fact, next week we might even get a couple joining David Duncan. Sorry, Maxwell Konadu.
Maxwell, yes.
Yeah.
South Africa second tier. Very important.
Then
Anyway,
we'll do Rwanda edition next week.
Friends, I found the caption.
There was a story earlier today as well about Fatau Isahaku. What's that about?
Yes, on Saturday he's confirmed to you at the red carpet of
Yes.
the Ghana Football Awards that he will be joining Leicester on a permanent deal. So good news there, but not so good news because Enzo Maresca is leaving. We don't know what will happen under the new manager. Hopefully, it's good news.
Yeah, because he also gave Maresca a lot of credit for his very good season. So we'll see. But he's had a very good. Tanike, what's the problem?
He said there's also a story with Fatah Isaac. The guy was talking to you. You are the ones who told him.
Yes.
Karim should say that he spoke to you and said that.
But Honorable Aaron Ejisu is a rich man now.
I tell you.
Champion.
Be careful.
Steadfast.
Young man.
According to the
Slow down.
transfer.
Friends, slow down.
All right.
You want GRA to be calling him. Slow down. If you mention any figures,
No, but the money hasn't come.
you're on your own.
But the thing is published.
No, but the money hasn't
They
come.
have 50% stake on the player.
He can deny the figures. Do you have a copy of the contract?
So that's half the
He's
transfer.
a lawmaker. He can't break the law.
He's not breaking the law.
He said deny. He said he can deny.
Oh, he's not like that.
He's not like that. We won't deny. We'll tell the truth. Anyway, guys, we'll take a very short break. When we come back, I've got lots of your messages. I'll read them. And then we will talk. We'll show you Team Ghana's contingent for the Olympic Games that they'll be taking. The contingent Ghana will be taking to the Olympic Games. So we'll show you all of that. So do stay with us. Send us your messages. Send them through. This is Sport Zone. It's proudly sponsored by Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix. Johnny Walker, keep walking. Syntex Tank is strong. It's tough. We'll be right back. This is Sport Zone, your favorite Monday night sports show. We're on till 10:30. I've got lots of your messages here. The show is proudly sponsored by Johnny Walker, Syntex Tank, and Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix. Lots of you have sent in messages, and I'll read some of them. Assalamu alaikum. This message says, wa alaikum salam. How are you and your panelists? We are very fine. I'm happy to see you again from city to joy. That's from Sheikh Bello in Tadi. Sheikh, wa alaikum salam, ta'ala wa barakat. Alhamdulillah, Sheikh. Thank you very much. MashaAllah, for good health all the time. Sheikh Bello, we appreciate you. Good evening, boss. I enjoy the show every Monday. Tell Victor that I love his commentary so much. I can't always afford to miss his commentary. Jamaica boy from Anchor 4. Anchor 4. Okay, cool. Anchor 4. Yeah.
We love him back.
Yeah, we love him back.
Yes.
He's standing the match for Anchor 4, so be careful. You know what what Anchor 4 is known for? Maximum security.
Maximum security.
Thank you.
You know correct.
Good evening, and how are you all? We are fine. Did you give the $100 to your co-presenter, Williams? She didn't get the people right, so me, I didn't give her. So
where is the money?
One thing I never want to see is CR7 retire. I'm Freddie from Cape Coast, and tell Danny that he's looking sharp tonight. Danny K,
I
you are
knew
looking
Ronaldo
sharp.
will win, so I was dressing for the.
You were calm. Okay. Which channel is showing the Euros live on Multi TV? Sporty TV is showing the Euros. I'm supposed to say that. Okay. They are showing the Euros. So find Sporty TV wherever and watch. You can also listen to us on commentary. On 99.7 Joy FM. We have live commentary there. Fentio with the swag. Drop Danny speak to. D from Spinters. You know, take picture. You know, get swag like me. So he was running away. I've been following you and your crew from your days at City till you transitioned to multimedia. I've always enjoyed your work of great erudition and research into the arena of sport. My greetings to Mr. Daniel Cranton. He's always been my favorite. And happy blessed new month to you all. Our best is yet to come despite life's asynchronous nature. And also, happy blessed new month to my lovely, caring, adorable, and beautiful wife, Mrs. Benedicta Amo Enyan. And this message is from Mr. Philip Amo Enyan.
He's too much.
Mr. Enyan, you
He's
sport it.
He's too much.
Mr. Enyan, you sport it. Good evening, Sports Zone. Ministry of Youth and Sports and LOC have paid all medical volunteers. They paid them last week. True. We have been on that.
So right now, they should pay the black princesses their
That is right.
FIFA World Cup
That is right.
money.
You know what? I should
them.
have done the
Who
story.
sends that
They
message?
paid- I met the LOC chair
Who sent that
at
message?
the MTN FA Cup final.
Yeah.
And I asked him, and he said, oh, we just paid them this week. So that was when he told me they had paid them. So medical officers who were sending the messages, I'm glad that you've sent us a message to remind us that you have been paid. And in case you send you some of the money.
I said they should pay the black princesses the
good
rest
point.
of the World Cup
Good
money
point.
because we are going for camping.
Yes.
For the World Cup, and we know them. If we
Yes.
go for camping and we go for the World Cup, we go. The promises will
Yes.
start.
But
we don't
yes.
want it to pile up, so
Yes.
they pay
Yes.
the rest
Yes.
before we go.
And he says, God bless your channel. Keep up the good work for Mother Ghana. Thank you very much, he says. I'm glad that our small contribution helped you get your money. So enjoy. You deserve it. You worked hard for it. It shouldn't have kept you waiting for that long. This message says, hey, Fentu, you be too much wide. This is not a prediction, it's prophecy. I'm Shadi K from McCarthy here. Yes, Shadi K, thank you very much. Me, I saw it and I told him Ronaldo was going to miss. He missed. So eventually they won anyway, so it really doesn't matter. That did it. Good evening. I'm enjoying your sports at Brekum Thursday Market area. In fact, Joy Prime is still champion. How on such a man what this trophy is unbelievable for me. Maxwell Konadu should please think twice before. Congratulations to Mohammed Kudus. He deserves this award. My humble greetings to prophetess Master Konama Brekum and my lovely sweetheart Princess Brekum. All right. Big shouts to all your princesses and your prophets. Sana in Boku says, congratulations to Maxwell Konadu for securing a job at Black Leopards. I wish him good luck. The GFA should be dissolved if it's possible because they are messing with our football instead of improving it. All right, Sana, you've expressed your opinion. Good evening, Fentu. I'm Bash from Takwa. I'm very disappointed in you for attending that awards night and hosting the red carpet. Next time, Kesh should host his red carpet. Let's go to Europe soccer.
But
I think they don't understand that the thing is not for GFA.
That's no kids
In fact, the GFA is not even associated with this.
at all.
No.
It's not GFA, it's Ghana Football Awards, not organized by GFA. It's organized by AE Media, a private company. So it's a very independent award ceremony. All right. Somebody's asking me for House
But
of
wait,
Folk
wait.
news.
Even if it was for kids, why shouldn't he host it?
He said he's disappointed. Why shouldn't I go? This message says,
You don't watch Black Stars.
please, any House of Folk news, Tahiru. Any House of Folk news, Tahiru. Any House of... He sent a message 5 times.
I thought your CD has
there's
crashed. I thought your CD has crashed.
You were wiping the surface.
No, he sent it 5 times.
So you are reading it.
They finished their secretariat, right?
Yeah.
The thing,
I
they
think
put
they will-
disco light on it. It is shining very nicely. Tomorrow, go there and you go there and do that thing and come and show the people what the secretariat looks like. This one says, I'm watching you live from Vaughan, Ontario, Canada. Greetings to you all. Frankie Naro. And all our viewers, every now and then,
Quick.
oh,
Charlie,
Quick. The guy who was sitting as a pa.
very soon, all the messages will be coming from the diaspora.
Fifi is watching live from Ashama and Kataman. So shout out to my lovely wife who is right here watching the show with me. God bless you guys. Oh, and you don't send your wife's name. You should send us your wife's name so that we'll give her shout outs. Okay. Fifi, give us your wife's name. We'll give her shouts. Big one. Mohammed at Shukura says, good evening, Tahiru. Why would he talk about a transfer that have no figures attached to it, like Alpi? No wonder transfers. Greetings to my Danny. We agree on everything unless he has something at Messi. Interesting.
Oh, but I think Messi is one of the greatest of all time. Or you don't think so?
Oh, yes. This one says, Sporting TV doesn't show the matches live, only replays. I know where he's watching it, that is why.
Yeah.
See, let me tell you the truth. You see, because you are watching on the multi-TV box, that's why they are showing you only replays. But the live matches, they are showing it on satellite. Okay, DTT on satellite. Or is it digital? Digital, sorry, on the digital platform. So if you have Sporty on your digital, it will come. If you are watching on the multi, that one, it will not come. So that's the truth.
If you are watching Sporty on your digital.
On the digital, yes. It's not digital, it's digital.
You said digital.
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 That's right.
A prophet near.
So that's why. So
General overseer.
scan and get it on the digital. You will see the matches there. All right. This one says, I'm Raphael from Cadi. Please keep up the good work. Portugal all the way.
Raf near.
All day. Good evening, Fenty. Supporters are rooting for big and experienced players to play in this low-standard league. If supporters want their teams to hire experienced players, they should channel their energy to the FA to organize and implement a competitive league, not the school league they are telling to us. We have team owners who are willing to spend on their teams, but at the end of the day, no competition in the league to utilize these players or systems. Both the GFA and the teams need to work hand in hand. This is from Mame in Kumasi. Mame, thank you for your message. You have said some. All right. Hi, guys. I'm enjoying the show from inside Medina. I beg, tell the Kivo guys to stop reducing the quantity. Hunter is the name. Kivo doesn't reduce the quantity. Maybe Hunter. Maybe you are the problem.
No. Maybe where you're buying it, you see that the product is so nice that
yes,
sometimes
some
when
people,
they bring it, it takes some. You understand?
Or maybe, maybe Hunter likes it so much that right now, the thing, the Mia.
So if you guys say
he's going to reduce the
quantity. No, Gary, just make it set. It go rise.
Oh,
then you pour again, then you go rise.
You see,
Some
also,
people get kappa.
if you know, also, if you see, Hunter, the problem, the issue with Gary is that if you are too hungry and you don't allow the thing to set.
Hey. Right.
You don't go meal.
Go me for rise.
If be patient, then it go rise. It go rise. Then you go enjoy it. Okay? Because Kivo for in one day is spoiled.
But
look,
the
don't
danger,
have tried Kivo. Go and try it.
Friend, the danger with allowing it to rise is that you may end up having to pour too much water.
If you rise, then you pour water again. Then you balance. Then this is why you come two or three times.
Why you say Sports Zone Forever? This is Yushao watching live in Savlugu. Shout out to everyone in Savlugu. This message says, he has sent us the name of his wife. Okay.
Fred is
he has sent it. He says his wife is called Emperor.
Emperor.
That's right.
Hey.
Emperor. Thank you. All right. Big shouts to Emperor. Good evening. I'm enjoying the sports show live at Yakrum, Doma West. Greetings to my lovely wife, Benedicta. This is a message from Teria. So, Benedicta, big shouts to you. Your husband says we should greet you for him. Why would you guys laugh at other African leagues when our league is poor and can't even afford to pay $9,000 sub? Israel from Teshi. I would say we're laughing at the Rwandan league. Did you laugh at the Rwandan?
No, but
we're not laughing at the Rwandan league.
But friends, this thing that we do, whatever we're talking about salaries in the Ghana Premier League, situate it in the context of the broader national economy. How many jobs in Ghana pay $9,000?
Right?
$9,000. How many jobs in Ghana now? If you earn $9,000 a month in Ghana.
Wait. Outside Ghana, when you look at footballers' salaries, as you go with the average national economy, it doesn't. Footballers always earn higher.
Mostly. The
league is beans. That's why I'm not earning.
The only countries where you have those outrageous sums are in the minority. England, France, Italy, Spain. Yeah. But apart from that, the rest of them generally are
your
moderate
point
salaries.
is valid about it's not just a football issue. It's on the average in Ghana, how many people earn $9,000? That's a liar.
If you go to Scandinavia, what the footballers are earning as compared to the regular.
But you have big corporations in those economies. They don't exist here.
I've got a message here.
The league is beans.
Hold on, guys. Kuma, Martinez, Southgate, Deschamps, all from the same coaching school of Haram. That's from ML. Trapani.
Cool sign.
This one says, hi, I'm Harry from Tema. Please, England's coach and Potter, who is better? I've asked a question.
The same coaching.
You've asked a question. All right, guys. I want us to do this real quick. The Olympics are coming. Yesterday was the deadline for any athlete to qualify for the Olympic Games, and Ghana's athletes are set. After the deadline closed, Ghana had 2 more qualifiers in the men's 100 meters. Let's go through them. Benjamin Azamati, he has qualified. He'll be running in the 100 meters. That will be his second Olympic Games. He was at Tokyo, He didn't qualify through the entry standard of 10.00, but he ran enough races to be placed well in the rankings. So well so that by the end of the qualification window, he was ranked in the top 56 to be heading to the Olympic Games. Next is Saminu, Abdulrashid Saminu. He is a former University of Ghana student, just like Azamati. Now he runs for the University of South Florida. He's also qualified for the Olympic Games through the ranking. He also couldn't make the qualification mark of 10.00 seconds, but he also ran in enough competitions and placed well enough to be in the top 56, and now he's also on his way to Paris. He already has qualified for the individual 200-meter event, so he will be the only Ghanaian athlete competing at in two different individual events. So he will run 100 meters and 200 meters at the Olympic Games. He and Azamati are also members of the relay team as well. Now, the third and final athlete that will be competing at an individual event is Rosie Aboa, the high jumper. You saw her, she won gold at the African Games. She also won gold at the African Championships. She now also competes in the US. She is also on her way to the Olympic Games. She attained the qualification mark of 1.97 meters in the women's high jump. So she's on her way to Paris. This will be her first Olympic Games as well. She is a rising star, this girl, and she will do very special things in Paris. Then after that, we also have our relay team have qualified, okay? They qualified in the Bahamas. If you've been watching this show enough, you would have remembered when they qualified. There they are, from Paradise to Paris. You won qualification call-us. That's Azamati. That's Hussein Ibrahim. That's Joseph Polamo. That's Isaac Botio. Those four qualified Team Ghana. But of course, you can expect the team to be mixed up a little bit with Rashid coming in as well. A really good team going to the Olympic Games. So in terms of track and field, these are the athletes Ghana are taking to the Olympic Games for track and field, athletics. Ghana is also taking 2 swimmers to the Olympic Games, okay? Harry Stacey, this guy is going to the Olympic. Danica, talk me through him. This guy, so for the first time, Abeku Jackson is not going to the Olympic Games as a swimmer. Instead, we'll have 2 swimmers. This one, Harry Stacey, who competed at the African Games, narrowly missed out on the medal. I think he finished fourth in 2 of the races. He will be at the Olympic Games, Harry Stacey, alongside another one, Giselle Mensah. She will also be going to the Olympic Games, and she will also be competing. There you see 2 of them, and there's there's something very distinct and very unique about the 2 of them. Is there not? Then again, you cover them. Should we be excited?
Yeah, they are wildcards. It's an opportunity for them to go out and test their ability against the best in the world. We are obviously not expecting much, but once you are young, you have these opportunities to go out and learn. It's obviously a learning experience for them. I think they should grasp it. Obviously, they are really excited by it, and wish them all the best.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at the Olympic Games now, Ghana is sending, listen to this, we are sending 2 swimmers. We have no boxers. We have nobody from anybody else, anywhere else. We have 2 swimmers. We are going with 3 athletes who have qualified for individual events, and we are going with a relay team. That is our entire contingent for the Olympic Games. At most, there will be 7 people that Ghana will be taking to the Olympic Games. 4 for the relay, or 5 for the relay. The 2 that have qualified will be from that relay team. Okay, then you add Rosie Aboa, so 8. At most 8 athletes will be going to the Olympic Games. Ghana will be sending a contingent of at most 8 athletes. How many officials, if you want to put a guess?
60,000. When you mention Ghana, when you are doing the opening ceremony, and you will see the people who are there.
We'll be sending 8 athletes to the Olympic Games. That's that. That's what's confirmed right now. We'll be sending 8 athletes to the Olympic Games. Okay, 2 swimmers and 6 track and field athletes. All right, interesting. Okay, good.
And help me here.
The people who don't have a problem, though, we don't have time to help you.
No. When is the Olympic Games?
It's 26th of July.
This month.
When you were in Bahamas,
Yes,
the guys gave you and Gary a message.
yes.
That's,
They want to camp.
yes.
They are camping at home. In their houses. We are not serious.
When these games come around, the cynical one amongst us often like to go on social media and speak
and
about
criticize
athletes
them,
in a certain language. Me, I will make it my personal job. When I see those comments,
You attack
I will
them.
reply. I will
What have you
attack
given them?
Yes.
All right. Those who don't have problems, though, that the kids' favorite people, let's begin with this woman, Sydney McLaughlin. Just watch this. The most preferred athlete I've never ever seen in my whole life. Sydney McLaughlin Lebron. She's broken the world record in the 400-meter hurdles 5 times now. And she's heading to Paris to break it again. And every time she stepped onto the track, a world record always goes down. Yeah. Big credit to Delilah Muhammad. She has 2 previous world records before Sydney came. And I would say, and Daniel was just saying it, Delilah is probably why Sydney has attained the heights that she has.
Yeah.
Incredible. She's the reason many people started paying attention to this event.
Yeah. When Sydney came in, that was her direct competitor. She beat her, I think, in
Rio.
2019.
Sydney was only 16.
Yeah, beat her in 2019, beat her at the Olympics also, before Sydney came back and won the World Championships. But it's important for you to have that competition there to push you. And once she was able to get past Delilah, she's continued to dominate. Unfortunately, Delilah she's old now.
She finished second in this race.
She's not going to Olympics, but also
credit to her.
Yeah, Sydney.
Another person that needs competition is this guy. Take a look at this guy. That is mad. 19.52 seconds. It broke a 28-year-old U.S. trials record. Noah Lyles. It was unbelievable. And he just continues to get better and better and better. The problem is the record that he's looking at. I don't think over the 200 he has a competition right now. But his real competition is that 1919. When you look at the times he's running and you look at that 1919, you're thinking, ah, damn.
It's a bit far-fetched. But when you break down his game...
Even if you can do a 1926.
The closest who has come is Johan Blake. He did 1926.
That's what I just mentioned.
But that, no.
Yeah, but when you break his game down, you can see the areas where he's a bit lacking there, because I thought the first 50 meters were not exactly great.
He has a great top end, but he doesn't have a good start.
Yeah,
that's true. But that's the thing. You saying has the best top end. So it's, you know...
So you can explain it, but actually being able to fix it...
Guys, that's our show for tonight. Thank you, Archie. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. We're back again next Monday. Until then, have a lovely evening.